Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Monpjc here, and as you can see today I'm not quite in the world I normally am. This is actually my experimental world where I create different things. So I create different parts of buildings to experiment with them. You'll see an early design of the villager or poppy farm there. There's some more houses, some tree designs, etc. But we're here today to have a look at this. And I've not really talked very much about redstone. So redstone is this stuff here on the surface that's glowing away. And what we're going to make is this contraption in my real world. But I thought what I'd do is I'd come and show you how it works first. And show you where it's outside, so that it's easier to see all the different parts of it, and we can explain how it works before I then go and build it, because this is going to be like hidden underground, and you're only going to be able to see this bit here, these chests that are sticking out. So what this is a sorting system, and what happens is a load of items get placed in one end, like this chest. And then these are hoppers. We've probably seen these already, and they pass items along the top here. But what happens is a hopper always passes something down, or tries to pass something down before it tries to pass it along. So what we do in the sorting system is in the hoppers underneath these here, we put some items and we fill the hopper up with items that we want to pass through it. So here we've got plain stone, we've got granite, we've got polished granite, we've got dorite, polished dorite, and andesite on the end here. This is just an example. These hoppers here have just got one item in them, and that's just coincidental. Note that there's 18 and then a row of items along there. Now that's the last thing you do, is actually fill up the actual hoppers. What we've actually got to do first is build this contraption here, these blocks. Because these red stone torches lock the hopper. While that torch is on, that hopper will not pass any items through it. And whilst it's hot locked, these can't drop any items down. And because that's full, because that's full of items, the stuff will either try to drop in if it matches, or go along. So if we want an item to go through here, a piece of stone will come to here. It'll try to go down. It will stack, so it'll go down. And then what happens is this is a comparator. Ooh, just gets rid of that weather. This comparator is looking at the contents of this. And as soon as it sees that it's got more than these items in here, it sends this signal out here, or changes the strength of the signal. That signal then gets boosted by this repeater here, turning off the redstone lamp, which allows one item from here to flow through. As soon as that item from up here is then dropped, the signal deteriorates and the redstone lamp comes on. So only one item at a time can actually ever pass into there. If the item doesn't match, then it moves along to the next hopper and tries to be stacked down, and on and on and on. Anything that's left over that doesn't stack ends up in there. So let's have a go at doing this right away. So I'm just going to chuck a load of items in like this, along with some rubbish stuff at the end. And what we should actually start seeing is torches coming on and off in here. So this one's actually passing those stones through there, and then the next one, I put them all in an order. And then I think you sometimes can actually see a little bit of flicker up here sometimes. No, yeah, there we go. You can see this one flickering as each individual item goes through. And now it's this one that's flickering. And it's flickering in order because I've put the items in order. If they were more scattered, then they would be pulled out. So there were like 41 items of each in there. So you can see these are going down. Each one of these has got a single item. And you see nothing's getting along to there yet. What one have we got? Oh, we've got that one going now. I can't see them. Yep, there we can see that flickering there. And if we go round and look in that chest, I didn't get there in time. Looks like they're all going through. I think, where are we up to? That one's still flickering? Oh, that one's on permanently now. Yeah, that one's still going. Yep. And then eventually there'll be a load of junk left, and that'll pass through to this last one here. There we go. So anything that doesn't match will end up coming out of the system into the end. Sort of an overflow. There we go. So that's the general idea. So what we have is all of these repeaters which need quartz, which we need to get from the nether. We need these redstone lamps. We need these hoppers, which are made from iron, which is why we're collecting so much iron. And also we've got a lot of wood for the chests that need to go in these as well. So as you can see, there's quite a bit to actually build. And these chests all need to be lined up. So now I'm going to hop back over into my main world, my Let's Play world, where we're going to actually show you where this is going to go. Hi everyone, so this is the main world and I'm here with Pete, and you can see I've actually given him a name now. He's actually got a name tag, so we actually know who he is, which just in case he gets out there and flies around with the others. So what we've got is a whole load of materials, like all this iron and poppies. And then we've got all this junk in these chests. And I've got quite a lot of stuff that's quite random, what it actually is, all filling up this chest. I've got all this netherrack here. I've got all this stuff that's been cooked up made differently. And then we've got the output from this stuff here as well. So it's a case of where am I going to put all this? Oh, and we also have where was it? I've forgotten completely now. We've also got the output from the spawner downstairs, haven't we? We haven't actually looked at that for ages. So down here we've got the mob spawner, which this is the whole idea of it. You just set it up and leave it. And we're going to go down and have a look at this and see what's actually been collecting in the bottom. There might be absolutely nothing at all, of course. Let's have a look. What we got? Not very much. That's pretty poor going, really. I really need to design that so it's better working. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is collect all of those items and bring them to one central storage place. And if we're going to follow the villagers and what they want, then this world will need a storage room with all the chests to go in. So what I'm actually thinking is, while I've got this little room here, which is like a little bit of a workshop, that's great. We can bring items up here, we can store them, we can have some local mission tools for making stuff with. But what we really want is like a bulk storage area for all the large quantities of stuff that's going to go in. Now we could build it at this level, or we could build it underneath us. And I'm actually thinking that based on the fact everything's fairly close to us here, then what I'm actually going to do is go a couple of layers down underneath the floor here and actually build the sorting system under there with a room full of chests that we can actually put stuff in. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to hop into a spectator mode, my camera mode, so you can actually see whereabouts I'm actually going to build this. So I'll be back in a second. So hi there guys, so this is quite a unique view of our Let's Play world in spectator mode, and this actually helps me understand where I'm actually building things in the world to give us a nice seamless story that we're bringing along. Now the key things that we can look at here are up at the top there in the middle of the screen. We have some chests. These are coming from the iron golems as they're killed. Over here we have the two chests which supply the sugar cane and also from the burner. And we can see the netherrack there right in front of us. There's Pete sitting on the floor there. And then over there, just to my right, up there, we can see the chest where all the eggs come from the chickens. And these are like renewable sources, and these things will be producing loads of materials for us. Now down there, that block that's in grey is actually our mob spawner, which obviously isn't working particularly brilliantly well at the moment. We actually wanted a lot more mobs than that now, but there's only actually 3 tiers in it, so that's probably why. Also, I've not been spending a huge, massive amount of time. But as you can see, this is located off to the right of the base, over this side, over there like that. And then if I come over here, underneath where our workshop is, you can see there's plenty of room for us to actually have an area down here where we can actually build our little room that we're going to do. So the first thing for me to do is to work on maybe this staircase so that we can get an area so we can actually get into it, and knocking out a whole square area to show you what it looks like. Okay, so I will show you that when it's done. Hi guys, so this is the room that I've built at the bottom of the stairs here, and what I've done is I've put some cobblestone blocks in here to show where I'm going to get feeds of stuff coming in. So from here, from the chickens, from here, which I'll show this in a minute, there'll be from a waste bin upstairs, there'll be from the iron golems, etc. But what this is trapdoors. And if I open the trapdoor here, you can see I've got water flowing coming, and that's my hole going up to the ceiling upstairs. So this is going to be like a big water pipe. This is something you can do with trapdoors now that you couldn't do before. It's just you can sort of like get water to come along inside them. So if I show you what happens, I open this here, and the reason this doesn't link is only purely to do with the mechanics of the game. So if I throw these items in, you'll see they'll go whizzing down the water stream. And I can throw them all in like this, like that. And on the end here, if I just walk around very carefully, you can see they've all collected here on this end piece. So what I'm going to do is actually run a whole wooden water pipe all the way round this room. So the items are going to come in from over here. I'm going to run a pipe along there, all the way down here. And bring all the items round to this part of the room here to go into the first hopper about here. And then that will actually start off the mechanism of actually doing the sorting. And doing it this way means that I'm actually not using loads and loads of hoppers to go down this room. It's about 24 blocks long. And it means that it's much easier to get the items whizzing along and being sorted in that way. And then we can sort of get them all stocked up and in position. It might be that these have to come in and drop into the water stream at a lower level, or hoppers at a lower level. Or I just run hoppers because they're close enough. But yeah, that's part of the experiment of what we're doing. So let's see what I come up with next. Hi everyone, and so after a short delay, here is the room again. And as you can see, there's an awful lot of work being done in here. I have been very, very busy building this room out, and as you last saw it, we just had this water stream in place up here. So this water stream now goes all the way along, and it looked a bit weird where there was an open hole here with the water going around, so I've sort of closed that off, and the water stream stops in the middle of the room here. Oh, sorry, I got a bit of a tickly cough. And we've now built our sorting machine, as we saw in our other world. And there are all these torches and all these hoppers, and that was an awful lot of wood and iron to build all this, along with all the quartz I needed for this. Spent quite a bit of time in the nether collecting that stuff up. So what I could have run an ice, some people do an ice stream or a water stream over the top of the hoppers, and I thought, no, I'm not going to be doing that. I just want to do hoppers because they're along the top here. So this row of hoppers goes all the way along, And then this row here contains our grass blocks. See, the old silk touch has been coming in useful here, collecting grass. And then the hopper underneath just contains one block. And then all those items will drop through. So what I've done is I've got some overflow here at the end. So this will be the input from the chicken. So I'm going to add that chicken water stream there. We've got our iron golem farm or poppy farm to add. And also down the end there we've got an input which comes from the... Oh, what does it come from? From the sugar cane. And then I decided a really nice way to actually do this would be to actually put item frames on the side of all the hoppers here. And then we can actually see what's in each one of these chests. As you can see, got poppies in here and quite a bit of iron in there. And then the other thing I want to do, Pete, I know you're up there somewhere, be quiet. The other thing I wanted to do was just have a chest here, just for a bit of experimentation. This is locked by this switch. And you see this is all the iron I've been collecting from the poppy farm up above. And we can flick that switch and that'll release it, start going through. So the way this works is the items travel along the top here. And they can't go down into any of these. So if we have like stone blocks, this hopper's full. No more items will go into this. That iron block won't... iron ingot won't match with any of these, so it won't stack. So the hopper can't push down, so it goes along. So eventually it comes along to here where you can just see the iron popping through here. You don't see it in here, isn't it here long enough? But it stacks here. You can see it just goes up by one. And then what that does is that will cause the redstone comparator around here. Which one is it? This one here to blink. You can just about see the change in colour. It's more obvious down there. That signal's going over here down there, and then one of these redstone torches is now off because the repeater's holding that signal off in this one here, and you can see there's a single piece of iron. Looks like it's not moving, but there's actually iron travelling through, and if we open the chest we can see this is slowly filling up. Now the other thing I've done as well, I'll take half of these with me, and we'll take some of these, is I've got another entrance over there above here, which is our waste disposal. So I've made a bit of a waste disposal up here in our kitchen. So here I took out this shelf and I've replaced it with a trapdoor. So I can stand here and I can throw these items down there like that. And I don't know if it's very obvious. I had to put a water stream there that pushes the water away from the edge, so it doesn't end up catching on any of the signs underneath. So if we hop down here now, we should be able to see our iron's going in and our poppies are going in and our sugar cane's gone back up to 41, which is what it was just now. So that's a fully working system. Now we haven't got a chest for every item. I've chosen the ones that I'm most likely to be using quite a lot of storage for. So that just about wraps it up. So I now have a working storage room which I can obviously expand. I can take the hoppers further this way, and these chests obviously collect any overflow of rubbish in here like that. Like jungle wood I haven't sorted out yet. I think I've got to put that back in the system. Yes, that's quite good. I'm quite pleased with that. That worked out really well. Didn't take that long to actually do. And oops, a little bit close to the screen there. That's my sorting machine, all nicely done. I think that's done a fantastic job for myself. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. At the time of this video going up, I've got 49 subscribers and I want 50. I need 50 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed right now, press that button. I want more than 50 subscribers. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks very much. Bye.